Hey guys, welcome back. Modii 101 here, and we are back in Euro Truck Simulator 2, picking up right where we left off. Last episode, drove around a little bit more in England, and we learned my story. We did. But let's get back out on the road. Let's find ourselves another quick job. We are saving up to get our own truck, so let's see where some of these are. Do we want to get out of England, get over to the Netherlands? Let's see what we got. I'd like, let's go this one. Let's go deeper in. Where's this taking us? To Birmingham. So, Felix Stowe to Birmingham. It's a pretty good amount of money. I kind of dig that. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and take this job and get out on the wrong side of the road. What do we got here? Loaders. We've got a load of loaders. We are currently taking Kurt Loader out of the place. All right, so I'm on the wrong side of the truck again. Do I have to sleep on the other side of the bed? I don't understand how this works. Okay, all right, let's head out. What do you guys say? All right, how do I get out of here? Is this gonna start me off by flipping a hard left? Really? Okay, watch out, Wood. Modii 101 coming through. Whoa, this thing's got some handling on it. Like it. Do I go that way? Do I go this way? Nope, not that way. Oh, right there. Okay, cut it hard. Don't hit the building. They have employers not fans when you hit the building. Let's turn on our turn signal. Okay, let's get out on the road. It is nighttime. Turn our lights on. That's the normal amount of lights that we're supposed to have. Whoa. Easy there, truck. All right, which side of the road am I supposed to be on? This side. Okay, here we go. Out on the road. There we get on our side of the road. I am everywhere. These loaders are heavy. They've got some girth to them. They got weight. So we got to stay super focused. We cannot be screwed with sunflowers. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Hi. Not the cop. Everybody stay cool. Oh, look, a little bridge. Well, this is fun. Oh, God. Did we just do a sweet jump? I think we just did a sweet jump. Okay. So we're gonna be doing one of these. One of these to the side. Here we go. Coming around. A little hot, but we're okay. We're good at this. We are good at this. All right. So that's head. Oh, this is a yield onto a freeway. Okay. Where are we going? Cambridge, right? Let's scoot up just a bit. Just a little scoochers. Okay, so I gotta go the other side of the road, which... Oh. Logistics. I think they spell logistics wrong. There's a lot of cross-traffic here for a yield sign. Alright, here we go. Oh, we got a car coming. Oh, we're just gonna roadblock it. Body massage. Here we go. Okay, around the corner. Alrighty. Okay. I think we have to get over. I can't see my mirror. Okay, there we go. Alright. So, yeah, we're back out in the open road. Oh, feels good. That British air, that left side British air, all up in our lungs, our breathing bags. Anyway, so yeah, you guys seem to like, yet also slightly disturbed by how I got into the trucking business. But you know what? Sometimes life is slightly disturbing. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This isn't the only job I've ever had. I've had many others. I guess we could spend some time walking down old memory road here, memory lane, memory freeway, right? Am I right? Because I gotta get over, coming over. Because we're truck drivers, so it'd be freeway. Anyways, let's see some early jobs. I was a pigeon poker for a number of years in my youth. There was just where I lived, there was an excessive amount of pigeons. Really, it was an unhealthy amount it was millions of them. We were like Capistrano, but grosser. That's a random reference. Anyways, swallows, nothing. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so I used to go around and I don't know if I'd call it a job. as much as a hobby, a passion. No one paid me. I really just ran around a park hitting pigeons with a stick, but I treated it like a job. I focused on it. I went every day. I had spreadsheets. Yeah, I had a Quicken program set up. I had some PowerPoint presentations about my chicken poking, or not chickens, pigeon poking industry. Never quite took off like I thought it was. Honestly, I thought I was going to be like the Jeff Bezos of get out of here, chicken. Like that's why. The important part is, kids, you want to have a dream. Following it, that's tricky. But having one, but you can have a couple of them. And not like the sleepy ones, like a goal. Are we convoying it? I think we got a hardcore convoy going. Oh, we are reducing wind lag so good right now. See, that's how you spell logistics. Anyways. So yeah, chicken poking, I did that. I spent a lot of time starting my own businesses. For example, once again, when I was young, I was about 19, but I tried to start my own. Went to a golf course and tried to start my own ball washing industry, but apparently the golfers said it was uncomfortable and inappropriate, so they made me leave. So I tried that. That wasn't too bad. I was an apprentice for a mediocre juggler for a while. It was, coffee and alphabetizing his bowling pins and chainsaws, and but it wasn't about the money as much as it was about the experience. And I think really honestly that's what we're lacking in the world today is the drive for experience. So there's a little nugget of information from your old pal Modii. That would be unofficial Modii nugget. Bling. Anyways, experience. Get experienced. Do things. I was an unlumberjack for a number of years. That wasn't too bad. Oh, you don't know what an unlumberjack is? So what happens a lot in the lumberjacking industry, and mind you, this is years ago. This is pre-GPS, pre the internet. We went off of maps and the wind. We used that. They used that when deciding, where deforestation was needed. It was a lot of maps and winds, and the stars. We did it by the stars, like real old school, like Pilgrim. Lumberjacking level, like you remember the Pilgrim lumber, you remember that story. Anyways, but every once in a while, if the winds would shift, or we'd be downwind, or the map would be upside down, or stuff, really common old school lumberjacking things, we would accidentally deforest an area that wasn't supposed to be cut down, which apparently just neighborhoods, people's yards, parks, things like that. So what I did, because I was an unlumberjack, is I would then go to those parks and neighborhoods and whatnot, and I would put the trees back. Now, yes, with modern technology and the advancement of DNA testing, we have learned that planting a new sapling and letting it grow into a tree is the better way to go. But once again, back then it was really, we were learning and we were teaching. And oh god, do I go this way? I think I go this way. I don't think I was supposed to go this way. Crap, I'm on the wrong road. Okay, where do I? Wow, the GPS has just stopped helping me. It has straight up stopped helping me. Okay, looks like we're going the long way to Cambridge. That's problematic. Anyways, so yeah, you would just, you would reforest. Now, see, there's a difference. See, reforesting would be planting saplings to let them grow. Lumberjacking is when you would take the tree and put it back on the stump and then take 2x4s and nail it back together. So it was different. It was a different time. We found out much later that it didn't work. The trees did not just, because we would put them we would put a cast on them like a leg. Apparently that doesn't work. And obviously, once again, hindsight 2020, you guys are seeing this. I'm literally doing a U-turn. I'm going to do this weird cloverleaf thing real quick to be able to get back to where I was supposed to be going. Anyways, it turned out that 4 or 5 rusty nails and a couple 2x4s would not hold a mighty oak back up, so they would fall on people's houses and stuff. But we were like, we're making paper. I don't remember what the hell we were making. All right. Ooh, good. Okay. Well, it looks like we're just running this bad boy. God. Oh no, this is our side of the road. I am having some troubles today. Nothing in the median. Nothing in the median. Nice. Okay. This is the right side. Okay. Anyways, so yeah. So I was an lumberjack for a number of years. Yeah. It was hard work, but it I felt like I was like I had a purpose. That's another Modii nugget for you. Have a purpose. Purpose. There you go. One time I inadvertently ran a Mexican drug cartel for about 6 months. I tried to go to a place called Rocky Point. Do some cliff diving, hang out with some friends, that kind of stuff. But once again, old days, no GPS, used maps. And what I realized after driving around in Mexico for about 6 days, I remembered that I don't know Spanish. I don't know how to read it. So, most of those 6 days I had kind of an existential crisis because I thought something was wrong with me because I thought I was forgetting English. But it turns out I just didn't know Spanish. So, anyway, so I decide that I'm going to pull over and ask directions. So I end up pulling over, and here's another little Modii tip. If you're going to ask someone directions, find a nice place. Find a nice house, right? Because I've always learned that super rich people that have large gates to get into their home are some of the most helpful and accepting people out there. So anyways, now obviously I didn't have the code to get in the gate because the numbers were in Spanish. So I shimmied. I was a much younger man. I used to be able to shimmy. I don't shimmy so much anymore. Not competitively, at least. Anyway, so I shimmied up this tree. Luckily, it was still part of the base, so it wasn't unlumberjacked. So I shimmied up this tree, because that wouldn't have worked. Shimmied up this tree, boop, pop over the wall. Next thing I know, there's like 30 guys with guns screaming at me. Once again, Spanish. Don't speak a word of it. Nothing. I can't even order a Taco Bell. I keep going in there. Can I have one of the weird U-shaped sandwiches? Like, they make me leave. I've been kicked out of Taco Bell. Anyways, so they're screaming, they're yelling, there's pointing, there's a lot of spitting, which was weird. Like an excessive amount of spitting. Like that spit where, like, when you're real thirsty, but then you drink something sugary and you just get that. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I shimmy the tree, jump the thing, guys, guns, yeah, El Guapo. And so really what I do in any situation, here's another little Modii nugget. Anytime I'm in a situation where I feel uncomfortable, I don't quite know what to do, I found it best to just start pointing. You can talk and other gestures, but people really respect, like, when you point at something, you know what's going on. So just a little Modii nugget. You guys can keep. You tuck that one in that little change pocket in your jeans. That's something for you to save later. Pointing. So I start pointing aggressively because they're aggressive. I start spitting because I don't know if it's customary. I don't know the customs in the area. And then everybody I'm pointing, I'm spitting. Every once in a while I'm going, whoop, I'm doing that sound. And like everybody like chills out and they put down their guns. And then this guy comes out. Beautiful head of hair. Oh my God. Majestic. Like imagine if like a chia pet was a person. It was beautiful and it was real. I pulled on it. I checked it. Anyways, he has me, he waves for me to come to him. And I'm like, okay, now I can get directions. And it's a rocky point, so I can go cliff diving. Anyways, so I walk up to him, and he spoke a little English, which was nice. It was nice. It was very comforting. I'm still pointing like a spider monkey on cocaine. I'm pointing at everything. He has me come in, and he says, do you like money? And I'm like, I've been known to be a fan of it at times. So he says, real quick, where are you from? And I said, I am proudly born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. And he goes, I'm familiar. So we had that in common, and that was nice. He goes, just need you to do me he goes, my grandma moved to Tucson. And I'm like, that's nice. I guess I'm assuming she was retiring or something. So she was retiring in Tucson. I believe I was in Guadalupe. Or no, maybe right outside. I was in the outskirts. I was in the suburbs of the Guadalupe area. He says, my grandmother retired to Tucson, but she forgot some of her stuff. And I'm like, oh no, grandma doesn't have her undies or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It wasn't my place. And I'm like, oh, that's too bad. And so of course I asked you as a good grandson, are you going to go to Tucson to bring her stuff? And mostly I said this so that, if he had any questions about local cuisines, I figured by going to Tucson, maybe he'd like to try some good Mexican food. I know of a couple places. So turns out in Mexico, there's Mexican restaurants everywhere. And apparently they just call it food. Anyways, so he says, I can't. I've got things to do. And I'm like, oh, I've had things to do. I know where you're coming from, right? So I said, look, I've spent 6 days just driving around in circles here. My vacation time's over. If you can point me in the direction of the greater Tucson area, I'm heading back anyways, buddy. Let me grab that stuff. You give me an address of grandma. Bing, bong, boom, bang. She's got her things. You can take care of your stuff. And I've done my good deed. How far away are we? Holy Jesus. 42 kilometers. Anyways, I've done my good deed for the day, so I can move on. I can sleep better at night, right? And he lit up. He lit up with this glow like I've never seen. I don't know if it was the sheen of that beautiful chia hair he had, but he just was so happy. And what I assumed was he loved his grandmother. He loved her very much and wanted to get that stuff. So, anyways, so I'm like, yeah, just, I'm thinking, what, it was a duffel bag? Maybe she's got like an armoire or something, I'm like, toss it in the back of the old SUV. I got room. I forgot to pack luggage when I went on vacation. I had nothing but room, right? So, he has a couple of his guys, real nice guys at this point. A lot of smacking me on the back and laughing. Like it was a happy group of people, is what I'm saying. So they stick some stuff in there, and apparently she really liked coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like really had a passion. And maybe it was medicinal coffee. I don't know. Once again, not a big coffee guy. So they just a lot of really large packages, had bundles, if you will, of what I can only assume to be premium Mexican medicinal coffee. So they packed that up pretty thick. I was worried about the my pleather seats I had just put in, but no, they were aggressive but gentle. Anyways, so I take off. He gives me directions, which it turns out was nowhere near Guadalupe. I was literally just on the other side of the border. It was 6 days. I had literally gone 100 miles, maybe 50. I don't know. So I go across, and now the funny part is this is where it was kind of weird. And I felt like I didn't want to say anything, but I don't think this guy really knew the area as much as he kind of like wanted all his buddies that were there to know. Because he gave me the weirdest directions. Like I was going through the desert. At one point in time, I went across a bridge that was kind of like a log thing, like a log. It was a log. It was literally just a couple of large logs just kind of tethered together. But then I realized the reason he gave me those directions was simple because it cut down on traffic. I didn't have to worry about like traffic or customs. I was able to get past all of that without, and I mean, the desert driving was kind of rough on the the suspension, but I mean, it saved just a ton of time. And I got to see the countryside, and I think that's what's important. All right. And so yeah, I head out, and turns out, I didn't know this, that, and I'm just assuming this, that grandma in Spanish means something different than it does in English, right? Right? So you stick with me on this one. What am I not on the thing? Can you give me the thing? Anyways, I missed it. Go that way. Go that way. Okay. All right. Let's go forward. Give me the ding thing. Anyways, so yeah, but it turns out, and like I said, I'm still a little iffy on the language, to be honest with you. It turns out that I think grandmotherly means large, sketchy-looking dude, because there was no grandmothers when I got there. So, but still, once again, very, very nice, welcoming people. So yeah, they got their coffee, which was nice. And I felt kind of bad about this, but I kind of lost a lot because I lost my deposit on the hotel and a lot of gas. I had to put in a new axle because of that whole desert trip. So I felt kind of bad, but they ended up giving me like $50,000. I think it was just an accounting error that there was a windfall on my part. So yeah, I mean, it was nice. I was able to put a little bit of money aside. I never made it back to Rocky Point, but yeah, I mean, I figured, I helped out getting this coffee to these nice gentlemen. I was in 2 different countries. That's fun. And I made a little bit of money. So oh my God, I was a drug dealer. I was a drug mule. I just put that together. Holy crap. Modii 101, accidental drug mule. Now I feel bad about this story. This is not a good story for the children's. I mean, I guess earmuffs? Is it too late? It's too late for that. All right, guys. Well, I got a lot of soul searching to do. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Questions? Do I call the cops? Questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comments section. Come hang out with me and my friends on our multiple servers in our Discord by becoming a Patreon. Help support what I do while giving you, might need it for legal fees now that I'm kind of putting this all together. And lastly, if you want to get your own server, head on over to Host Havoc. Use the link down below. That way they know you're coming from one of my videos. Until next time, as long as I'm not incarcerated, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.